Hey there, friends. I wanted to share another processing from the porch. Yesterday, it was actually raining here on the beautiful porch. And so I wanted to share with you today. Pull up a chair because I have something I want to share with you. And I want it to feel less like an announcement and more like a conversation. If you were sitting across from me here in one of the other chairs here on the porch, because that's really what it is. My audiobook is almost ready to be out in the world. But before it gets there, I want to tell you a story of why it's coming now after 3.5 years and why I believe that this message matters more today than it did when I first started writing. The book itself, Do What Matters, Live from Rest, Not Rush, was released in 2022. And so much of it was written in the final stretch of the pandemic. It was a season where many of us had been forced, whether we wanted to or not, into a slower pace of life. And at that point, none of us really knew what the full after effects of that life changing event would truly be. But here we are, just 5 short years later. And not only I believe, have we caught back up to the pace of life we left behind, but I really believe we've completely surpassed it. We're living more rushed, more reactive, and more overwhelmed than ever before. As AI technology and world events have pushed so many of us right to the edge. We're processing relationships that changed, losses that we've suffered, and a life for ourselves and our families that's very different from the normal that we thought we knew 6 years ago. Let's be honest, that normal wasn't really working either. We thought it was. And that's exactly why this audiobook is coming out now and why I need you to be able to hear it in my own voice. So, why now? Something has been shifting in the world over the last several months. And if I'm really honest with you, I think it's been shifting in your world too. We're living 5 years out from the pandemic in the most rushed, most accelerated version of the world than any of us have ever experienced. And what strikes me is that it's not just our work lives anymore, it's actually even crept into our personal lives as well. Our evenings, our weekends, our quiet moments, except the quiet moments have mostly disappeared. This is my life's work to walk with people, to live from rest, not rush. And so I feel it too, right along with you. The arrival of AI and the constant news cycle, the clickbait social we become addicted to, has changed the way that feels. And it's almost impossible to keep up with it. I'm actually using AI every day for certain things. So it's not that AI is all bad. I actually see the value in it. And I'm not here to tell you to change technology or that technology is the enemy. But what I am saying is that we now live in a world where you can go to sleep on a Monday night, wake up on a Tuesday morning to find that something significant has happened overnight in the news, in technology, in the cultural conversations. And before you've ever made your coffee, there's already a poll to react, to respond, to catch up, or you feel like you've fallen behind. What's interesting is there's real money to be made in keeping you in a state of rush. The news cycle, that clickbait on every channel, none of that's by accident. It's a system that's very deliberately designed to keep you reactive. And they're extraordinarily good at their job. I see this happen in the world around me. And last fall, I realized I was even seeing it happen in myself. And that's when I truly began to do some soul searching again, like I did when I first wrote the book back in 2022, and like I did when we created the modern day rule of life framework I've used since 2016. And after 7 years of recording a podcast every single week without missing one, I made the decision a few weeks ago to stop for a few weeks, to step back. I gave myself permission to ask, what is it that is mine to do? I'm turning 65 in just a few weeks, the first part of July. And I find myself looking at a bigger picture of my life, my voice, the message that I want to bring to the world, and what I'm genuinely here to contribute with clarity and intention. And what's become very clear to me as I sat in that quiet was really that the audiobook needed to come out now, not later. I started it in the fall and it was time to finish it. So I did. And last fall, as I was working with clients, I kept noticing the same thing showing up for them over and over too. That underlying anxiety about AI, about the pace of their lives, and feeling that the world was moving too fast, and that maybe they were getting left behind. And it broke my heart a little that there was so much genuine goodness sitting right in their everyday lives, real beauty and meaning and connection that was available to them. And many times they were missing it entirely, and so was I. Not because they're bad people or I'm bad people or that they didn't care, because they never stopped to name the kind of life they actually wanted to be living. That's the work I love doing with people. It's helping them name the life they want to be living. They were being shaped and influenced by the outside world. Whatever's the loudest, the most urgent, the most demanding of their attention is the one that I see get people the most. Instead of being guided by their own inner life, their sense of who they are and what matters to them. I don't think most of us want more content. We don't want more information. We don't want more noise, but yet we're addicted to it. I think what we're really longing for is depth. Conversations on a porch over a cup of coffee. Something real. Something that actually reaches to each other. So that's why I'm bringing out the audiobook in just a few short weeks. That's why I believe that it's a message for now more than ever. I needed you to be able to hear it in my own voice, reading it to you, because our voices carry something that even reading it on a page sometimes can't. It carries the passion that I have behind the words, and I have a lot of passion for this message. So here's what I want for you. I want you to be able to wake up on that Tuesday morning, pour your coffee, not feel the immediate pull to flip on the television or scroll through your feed to find out what the world has decided you should think that day. I want you to be so grounded in your own sense of what matters, so anchored in your life that you've intentionally chosen that the noise doesn't have the same power over you that it once did. That's what a rule of life makes possible. It's actually a set of pre-decided commitments about how you want to live, the values, rhythms, and routines that you already have thought through and chosen. So when the chaos comes, and it will come, it comes for me too. You're not thrown off. You've already decided. You know what you're doing and why. And knowing that gives you a sense of internal rest that I don't think you can find any other way. When you finally walk through the process of naming your inner life, the life you genuinely desire and long for, you no longer feel that desperate need to let the outside world name it for you. You've done the work of figuring out for yourself, and it changes everything. So here's the thing I really want you to hear. It does not take years to get there. It does not require a retreat or a sabbatical. I've done all of those and they're wonderful. It's not a complete life overhaul. It just takes getting started. And I hope that when this audiobook comes out in a few weeks, it might be the place that you could begin at. I stepped back from the podcast for a few weeks, but now I'm back. And when I do, it will be more intention and clarity than I carried into it in a very long time. And when the audiobook comes out in less than a month, I want you to be the very first to know when it happens. So stay connected, stay close, and I'll make sure you hear it here before anywhere else. But in the meantime, I have a question for you that I would genuinely love for you to answer. You can comment however you're taking in this information. Let me know. How rushed are you feeling right now? Share with me honestly on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you landing these days? I read every single reply, whether that's through our YouTube channel, through our email, through our Facebook community, or our Facebook Lives. I read every one. I really want to know where you are. So, thanks for processing with me today from the porch. I look forward to hearing your comments, and I look forward to us connecting. And remember that every ordinary day has an extraordinary moment. You just have to look for them. Look forward to connecting with you soon, friends, right here on the porch.